What's up YouTube? Jeff back again from DopeTechDaily.com, and today I'm finally bringing you guys my unboxing of the OnePlus 5. Now I did order this at OnePlus 5's launch event as soon as the code went live for their quote-unquote early drop. I wouldn't really call it an early drop because they promised I would get this by June 23rd, and here it is June 26th, and I'm doing the unboxing. So mine got shipped out a little late. This is the 8GB, 128GB Midnight Black variant of the OnePlus 5. So I'm going to go ahead and do the unboxing, give you guys some size comparisons. Now, OnePlus did reach out to me on Twitter, if you guys follow me over there. They reached out and I posted the email offering me $5 off an accessory for the inconvenience of the late shipping, which personally I think is ridiculous. I don't want to rail any company, but it's kind of insulting to offer someone $5 for the delay. They don't even sell anything or case or anything really in their shop that I can buy for $5, so I think it's a little ridiculous. The packaging looks pretty much the same as it did for their past phone, the OnePlus 3 and the 3T, except for the Midnight Black version of the 3T, which is a black box, if you guys remember. This is the slogan for the OnePlus 5, dual camera, clearer photos. Got the 5 on the front. Go ahead and take it out here. We're greeted with the phone on the front. And again, the Midnight Black color right now is exclusive to the 128GB 8GB variant. You can't get it in the smaller 6GB, 64GB storage configuration. Go ahead and take this out. As usual with OnePlus, you've got a little flap here. It's going to open up, and on the inside, you're going to have some additional things. Doesn't look like there's a case inside this one. There was inside the Midnight Black, if I remember right. You've got a SIM tool, which I don't particularly need. I'll pop my SIM in here later and go through and do some impressions for you guys in a follow-up video. So just paperwork in there. Got a little insert here. Looks like this says shot on the OnePlus 5. It actually just says shot on OnePlus, so I guess you don't really know if it's shot on the OnePlus 5, but I assume it is. You've got your dash charge power brick here, and your very nice cable management with the OnePlus 5. As usual, OnePlus has got very nice charger and very nice cable management with their charger. I do like their charging cables quite a bit, and dash charge is one of the fastest in the business, so that's always a good look. So nothing too exciting in the box. Don't get any headphones, and this time you don't get a case or anything like that. All you get is the paperwork, SIM tool, and the charging capability. So let me go ahead and just sit that to the side. We'll go ahead and take a quick look around the phone. So let's go ahead and get the plastic off of this guy. Some plastic there. And we've got a little bit of model information on the back. And then around front, there's probably a little bit of plastic, which I'll also remove from the screen on the front. I do not like these plastic screen protectors. I know a lot of people like to leave them on, but I just don't like the feel. I like to actually feel the glass from the phone itself. So let's throw that down there. So a very nicely built phone, in my opinion. A lot of people have compared this to the iPhone, and that's inevitable because of the way they arrange the dual cameras here on the back, as you guys can see. I'll show you the size comparisons in a minute, and you'll see it does look very similar to an iPhone. One thing I will say, though, that didn't really show up or isn't evident in the renderers and also the press images of this phone is that it's very curved near the edges on the back. So that's actually a dramatic difference from the iPhone. The iPhone doesn't have this curvature. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but it actually fits really nice in the hand due to that curvature. And so I think that's something that distinguishes it from the iPhone. I didn't realize how drastic that curvature was when I saw the photos. Otherwise, the Midnight Black color looks pretty much the same as it did on the 3T. Fingerprint scanner around front. You do have your volume rocker over here. And as always with OnePlus, you've got your mute switch over here. One of my favorite features of their phones. And then you've got the power button right there. On the bottom, you've got your USB Type-C, speaker, and the all-important headphone jack, which is dying a slow death in the smartphone space, it seems, but a lot of people are still maintaining that. All right, so let me go ahead and show you guys some quick size comparisons. Now, one thing I will say about the OnePlus 5 build and design is it looks a little boring compared to some of the other Android phones. This is against the HTC U11, which I think has a nicer looking design anyway. Maybe not as ergonomic, though. I will give OnePlus that. I do like that curved back. These two phones are about the same height. They're very similar, actually, in their width as well. You can see the profile there. The U11 will maybe a little wider. And the OnePlus 5 is actually quite a bit thinner on the side profile. Last year's Pixel XL right here, you guys can see on the side profile. These phones also very similar in height. These are both 5.5-inch phones as well. The OnePlus 5 is much thinner on the side profile, and then if you look at them from a width comparison perspective, these phones are both very similar in terms of their overall width. The one that everybody's been waiting for and everyone's been talking about with the OnePlus 5, that's the iPhone 7 Plus. So you can see right here, I've got the jet black model, so this one's matte, so that's one big difference. But again, notice the difference in the sides of the edges. The OnePlus 5 has a dramatic curve, whereas the iPhone is just sort of rounded at the side. It doesn't have this dramatic curve at the side like the OnePlus 5. The dual camera setup and the flash and everything admittedly looks very similar. The height, the OnePlus 5 is shorter. The iPhone has the largest bezels pretty much for a phone in 5.5 inch category. OnePlus 5 appears to be a little bit thinner, but that might be because the iPhone's camera bump is a little bit more protruding. It's a little more aggressive. And then if we look at the width, the iPhone 7 Plus is also wider right there across, which is not surprising. The iPhone 7 Plus is one of the biggest 5.5 inch devices you'll find. Here's the LG G6 against the OnePlus 5 in a size comparison. OnePlus 5 is taller. Again, that's because of the aspect ratio difference. OnePlus 5 appears to be a little bit thinner on the side profile. It's also a little bit wider because of that aspect ratio issues. I have Galaxy S8 Plus here. Again, one thing I will say about the OnePlus 5 is the design just looks a little uninspired against phones of this year. It looks kind of, it hasn't evolved much, kind of like the Pixel XL looks to me as well, like it hasn't evolved much from last year. Doesn't mean it's not going to be a great phone. Galaxy S8 Plus is taller, of course. They have similar side profile thickness, and then if you look at the width of the phones, the OnePlus 5 is a little bit wider. That's because of the drastically curved front edges on the Galaxy S8 Plus. Here's a really big phone to compare it to. This is the Sony Xperia XC Premium. Now this is another phone with large bezels, and Sony also didn't really change their design much, kind of like OnePlus did this year. They stuck with their traditional design. The Xperia XC Premium is taller than the OnePlus 5. It's going to be wider as well and thicker. The XC Premium and the iPhone 7 Plus are just huge phones for a 5.5 inch screen. And then, just to get some perspective, the very small and portable Galaxy S8, also with that different aspect ratio. You can see right here on the side profile, the OnePlus 5 is a little bit taller overall, and of course it's going to be quite a bit wider. All right, so I do want to give a couple quick software impressions. I'm going to go ahead and boot this up, come back and maybe just run through the software, give some quick impressions for 2 minutes and see if anything drastically has changed. If not, I will do a follow-up video. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, YouTube, we're back. I'm going to show you guys the fingerprint setup real quick to show you how fast the fingerprint scanner is. So we're just going to go ahead and set up my finger, see how quickly we get the thumb captured. Pretty good overall. OnePlus has always had a really good fingerprint scanner, and that was super fast, so I don't expect anything less. I've had a love-hate relationship with OnePlus over time, mainly because I love their software at the end of the day, and I love their hardware, but their customer service has always just been a little bit annoying and maybe not the best in my opinion. Join user experience program, so I guess I'll do that. Try to help them out so maybe they can give some better customer service when they're dealing with people. But their hardware and software, no doubt, has always been great, and I've always enjoyed it. So let's take a quick look around the phone. You can see I do have an update waiting for me. I already knew that because I saw some other YouTubers had that. You can see that OnePlus did implement the Pixel launcher style. You just swipe up from the bottom to get there. That's a nice touch. You've got the dark notification shade by default, which is great. You can see I put my AT&T SIM in there. Very clean settings menu as always from OnePlus, which I love. The alert slider customizations are still there, which is fantastic. You can go through and swap the navigation buttons. You can change what you want to do on screen navigation buttons versus the capacitive, etc. You can also customize, as usual, status bar. All of these are various things, which is great. And also in the launcher itself, if we go to the launcher and go to settings, you can also do a few other things there, customize a few other things. The shelf, the app shortcuts, and then one of my favorite things, you can go in there and choose your icon pack there from the default launcher. So a lot of really great things as usual from OnePlus. It's nice to see them add in sort of the Pixel style to the launcher. No bloatware out of the box, which is one thing I can always give them credit for. You can see one app from OnePlus, which is their OnePlus community app, which will take you to their forums. I don't really think that's too bad overall. The Messages app icon is very similar to Hangouts, which I think is a little weird overall, but nothing too bad overall with that. All right, so that's a quick look at the software. Obviously, the camera is the big attraction here. There's been some mixed reviews, so I'll definitely get into that. Talk about this dual camera with 2 different sensors. It's got a telephoto lens on there. We'll check it out, see what it's capable of, put it up against the Pixel, the S8, the XC Premium, etc. Let me know what you guys want to know about this particular phone, and I'll definitely let you guys know in my follow-up video. I'll probably do 48-hour impressions, and then I'll also do, of course, a full review on this phone because it is a big one. You guys can see the available storage out of the box. You've got 111 gigabytes usable, looks like there, 111 gigs usable out of the box. So not too bad at all. Also let you guys know how the 8 gigs of RAM fares with RAM management, see if it really makes a difference. All right, guys, so you can find me at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter at the links in the description. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content so I can make future videos like this. I appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.